What's going on, guys? I just wanted to go over my slider set for this realistic Raiders rebuild. So first I'll just go over the league settings here. Um, you're going to want 15 minutes, acceleration clock at 25. If you do sim, you just turn the acceleration clock off. Um, but if you play moments like I do, I think 25 gives you the realistic snap count. This stuff all here is just kind of preference. Um, just kind of what you like. I like everything kind of harder, so I'm not turning trade anything on. Like my practice squad to develop guys, and in real life, you get an offer when they're trying to steal your practice squad. So Madden doesn't give you that courtesy, so I turn this off personally. Um, all this stuff is, you want to leave it all on, but it's preference. Coach firing, if I'm doing bad, I want to get fired. Career clock, I turn that off to avoid, early retirements. This is all just preference, what makes sense to me. The XP slider is very important for developing quarterbacks. You don't want a bunch of OP quarterbacks, but this lets them still develop. Halfbacks, this is perfect for them. Tight end, same. Wide receiver, same. Fullbacks, you want to leave them default. I had guards, tackles, and centers down, here before. Excuse me, but I was noticing they weren't developing at all. So I bumped it back up to here, and now I think that's the sweet spot. These guys just all make sense for defense to just bump them down. They still develop a little bit, but not overpowered. Kickers leave default. Age, this is my logic here. It's Madden did pretty decent for defaults, but if you just alternate every other year, 90, 100, 90, 100, 90, 100, gives pretty good balance um, throughout the season, so nothing gets overpowered. The regression they did pretty good. It's a little overpowered, but I just leave it. And then I did the same thing, the 90, 100, 190, 190 for the regression for age. So 26 is a normal year, 27 not so much, 28 normal, 29 not so much. You get the picture. Um, then we have, let's see, gameplay sliders. These are all these work for me, I'm not saying they're going to work for everybody, but they definitely work for me. I get some really good balanced games. I lose. Like I said, we know you saw I lost in the first round of divisional round. 4 losses on the season, so, um, and I have a pretty good roster, so. Um, Pass blocking, wide receiver down to 40 because they just catch everything. Run blocking is way overpowered, so bump that all the way down. Fumbles, if you want to fumble less, bump it up to 55. I thought fumbling was happening too much. Even when you bump passing up to 65, you still will struggle. Interceptions. I may bump this down another couple points depending on my interceptions this next season. Tackling is a nightmare in this game, so definitely going to bump that up to prevent the Robo QB, you are going to need to bump this all the way down to 10. You will still get diced up, you will still lose, they will still clutch in the 2 minute drive, but you will just have a fun experience here. Pass blocking, you're just going to want to bump those down to 45. Same logic for CPU. Default interceptions 10, they still will get interceptions. Computer will get interceptions in the sim. Same logic for tackling. Tackling sucks. Field goals bump up 1 because they're a little weak this year. Punting, power, you're going to want to bump this up because punting is very weak this year. Injuries to 45 if you want realistic injuries. Fatigue to 60 if you want to get some players subbed out. And then just bump this down to 45 if you want your faster players just a little bit faster to create a little bit more separation than the slower players. I just bumped these up a little bit just to get a little bit more aggression on the penalties. I think it works. Um, illegal block in the back, I bumped up 1, and I definitely see a difference. Let's see anything else, and I do the draft class everything on very weak because everything is overpowered in Madden, so I like a realistic grind. You still will get the generational talents players in those drafts. Um, you're just not going to get a bunch of them. I think that's how it should be. So that is my realistic slider set for my offline rebuild for the Raiders. So you have all of the franchise settings. User settings are all pretty much preference. So feel free to share this video if you like this slider set and leave a comment, like. Alright, thanks guys. See you on season 2027 of this build. Be sure to tune into episode, I believe it's going to be 4. Alright, see ya.